Oh, hey guys. First off, let me start by saying I'm sorry about the smudginess of my camera. I have a really bad phone, but it works. It's what this old lady can afford, so we just roll with it. I want to say thank you to Steve DeLive. Let's make sure we get his name right. For the new subs that came onto my channel. Thank you so much, Steve. And welcome. I go by Trixie. I can't promise you anything. I don't edit. I don't script. I don't have a fancy camera. I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I don't make crazy thumbnails, and I don't know when I'm going to upload. But you're more than welcome to stay. I'm not going to ask you to sub, thumbs up, comment. I don't have a Cash App, PayPal, or any of that stuff. My channel is monetized and I have AdSense. Hello, my love. I love you. Willow's coming. It's my foster cats. Can you see her? That's Clover. Somebody threw her out. Can you see this one? That's Pippi. I love my girls. Somebody threw her in the garbage. You know where the compactor comes? Yeah. There's just horrendous people in this world. Anyway, I can't promise you anything, and I don't want anything from you. Let's just do a little backup because there is a couple of new people here. If you go to the very beginning of my channel, I had 88 subs, and I made a small video on Dylan Mulvaney for this reason. I am a very tiny little person and old, clearly. Hey, Steve, gotcha, brother. Growing up, I was ferociously bullied, and I was silenced. I made the channel looking for just some decent people, in all actuality, just to make a friend. I am kind of a little all over the place, but I am a bit of a recluse. I don't really go out much. I tend to just work and come home to my very tiny little apartment. So anyway, I was going to work one morning and I seen a video on this fella named Dylan Mulvaney. Oh, can you excuse me for a second? Sorry, guys and ladies. And it got me upset because I believe, a very hard job. Statistically speaking, in the world of construction, I am 1%. I am 1% of, there's only 1% of women that do this job. And I would love if more women would think about it. I'm sorry, you guys, I have a very important day with a very special person, my daughter. And, I hate wasting people's time. I know people's time is valuable. Right, Steve? We don't like wasting people's time. And so I just got up maybe just under an hour ago. I've had my shower and I'm trying to get ready because I don't want to keep my daughter waiting. Making people wait is a horrible thing as far as I'm concerned. Anyway. I'm scattered too, guys. I never stay on track on anything. I don't know if it's ADHD, whatever it is. It's just part of who I am. Anyway, so I see Dylan Mulvaney, who's dressed up in a dress and prancing around and wants to be called a female, a girl, a sister. I'm not down with that shit. Look, I don't care what you do. I don't. You do you, whatever makes you happy. And that includes me as well. As a woman, female, girl, she, her, it, whatever you want to say, I am not in the ass-patting generation. You're a dude. Your chromosomes say you're a dude. And it offended me that this man throws on a dress and some shoes and some lipstick, and it's just that easy to be my gender. I don't believe that my gender is a prop. At the time I did this video, I had 88 subs and my channel blew up. It blew up. I am not a YouTuber. I am not tech savvy. I don't know anything about YouTube. At the beginning of the channel, prior to the Dylan Mulvaney, it was literally me at work feeding squirrels. I had 88 beautiful subs and I still have them same 88. And I try to be a voice of encouragement and support, mainly because I know what it's like not to have any. Okay, so let's cut to the chase. That video blew up. All of a sudden, I'm in a position that I didn't expect. How do you maintain that, right? Like, I think that video got, so I don't even know how many it's at now. It got like 68,000 views. My comments were turned off. I don't know anything about. Anyway, we're going to skip to now. So a couple of years ago, I was a material handler in automotive, very hard job, very heavy job. And I loved the job. Oh, I am a single mother, by the way. And Steve, I know you can relate because you were critiquing me on being a mother, right? So yeah, you go, Dylan. I got very, very sick, very, very sick, but I'm Scottish and I'm a mother's daughter and I'm very stubborn. And I neglected my health for 11 days laying in my bed. I thought I had food poisoning. I literally thought I ate a bad Pop-Tart and I'd be better tomorrow. Better didn't come. It kept getting progressively worse. And I crawled by my daughter's bedroom and she was bawling. And I said, honey, what's wrong? She goes, I don't know how to fix you. Call an ambulance. As it turns out, it was very, very, very serious. So long story short, I was in and out of the hospital for 2 months and subsequently put on bed rest for 6. Then I took an additional 2 months off to spend some time with my, at the time she was 80, no, sorry, pardon me. She just turned 93. So I took an additional 2 months off to spend time with her, which I will never apologize for. I went back to work prematurely, which my doctor didn't want me to, and I was doing 3 to 11 shift in automotive, and I get called in, and they called me a liability, and they let me go. For some odd reason, in the province that I'm in, I didn't qualify for disability, even though while I was in the hospital, a nurse was filling out the papers. I fell behind, way behind in my bills, way behind, something that I wasn't used to. And I reached out to a GoFundMe for people to help. See, the thing is, Steve, I don't have a support system. I'm alone in this world, literally alone. I don't have family support. There was nobody to help me out. I tried everything. And so I turned to a GoFundMe and screamed for help. These beautiful, 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 beautiful people came. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blessings came. I get emotional. Came to help. And my landlord evicted me after 3 years of living there because I fell 8 months behind. I gave my landlord an offer. He refused it. They gave me 2 months to make all this money, which was 8 months and back. Oh, and by the way, because I am a grown adult, I was in cahoots with my landlord and the tribunal, explaining everything. But the greed of corporate said, no, we'll give you 2 months or get the hell out. So I went to GoFundMe asking for help, and I couldn't get the amount of money to stay in my apartment with my daughter. So I got evicted. So that's the high and low to that. So the money that was donated to me on this GoFundMe, I used to put my stuff in storage, move, and try to get a new place. Well, because I was evicted and we're now in a new year. Hi, sweet Pippi, I love you. I had an eviction on my credit and no landlord was touching me. Absolutely none. As soon as I would fill out an application, they'd nix it. I've worked my entire life, ever since I was 9, Heather, 9 years old, 9. I didn't collect any taxes, though, because it was more volunteer work, but 9. I come from a line of immigrants who never asked anybody for anything. We've worked for everything, and my family, my mother and my father gave me a strong moral compass. Anyway, so I lost my job. I went to a temp agency, Heather, and they started setting me up in jobs, shitty jobs, but I took them because I've got a child to raise and I need to find a new home. And they put me on, sorry guys, that's my daughter. I'll get back to her in a second because we're going to make this quick because we don't want to keep my daughter waiting. Anyway, so now I ended up getting a job in construction. And because this man kept me working, I am diehard dedicated and I absolutely adore my job. I love what I do. I love what I do because I'm 1% of the population. The stats are always against me and I love that. So anyway, forget about this right now. I make these little parody videos. I had a large gap in my channel because I don't have any content. I don't script, I don't edit, I don't do ridiculous thumbnails. So anyway, I put a gap in my channel because I'm not a YouTuber. But of course, I have an Android box. I can't afford cable. And so primarily what I watch is YouTube. And I seen this Heather girl, and another one you dog on, Steve, is Foodie Beauty. Myself and Foodie Beauty, who I call corn fed, I know her for 25 years. If anybody's got dirt on her, it's this girl, and I mean dirt. I could put that on my reaction channel, but God saved my life when I got sick. When I got sick, I was praying to die. I mean, I was so sick, so sick. I had sepsis. I had a lot of things wrong. And now I'm, suffering from Crohn's. That's something forever. Whatever. We don't care about that. So I get a job in construction, and I work like a dog, like I always do. I like to work like a dog so I can try and eat like a king. Again, Android box, cable. You're going to love doing this video. I'm sure there, Stevie. And I see this Heather girl, which I remember from Love After Lockup. She has clear mental issues. And I was watching how many channels were coming at her, and I don't know her. All I'm thinking of, this is clearly someone with mental issues. And everybody is so diehard about everybody with mental health. You got to support them. And then here's YouTube promoting people, belittling these people with mental health issues. And it was primarily Your Highness, Mama Bear, and you. And another one, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name. So yeah, I absolutely did come after you. See, again, I was bullied as a child, and I know how it feels. And now as a grown-ass adult, and yes, I know you called me an old bitch. That's fine. I am old. I am, and I am proud to wear that badge. I love you, Clover. I'm proud to wear that badge. The thing that sucks about aging, Steve, and I'm sure you can agree, because I don't know anything about you. I'm guessing you're what, 32, 35? 34, 31, I don't know. We lose our hair, we lose our eyesight, and our body mass starts to dissipate. You get that, Steve, right? You get that? It's the only thing about getting old. But the bonuses to that is you don't give a shit about what people think anymore, and you become wise, because you learn. Now, what you didn't put on that video, and God bless you for it too, was the fact that after I learned about Heather, I again, just all I knew was mental illness. I kind of understood why you guys go so hard on her after I learned. So I did go make a very public apology, apologizing. I'm sorry that you took it so personal that I didn't say your name specifically. Steve DeVlive, whatever the hell. I publicly apologize to you. Me, Peridot Eyes, is apologizing to you, Steve DeLive, for saying I find it just disrespectful for going after a person's channel who has mental illness. This is my public, personal apology to you. I will not, however, apologize to that mama bear. This is a woman who claims to be Christian and knows all about God, but yet she sins on every level that there is. I mean, she breaks every cardinal rule of being a Christian. I, however, am not a Christian. I am just somebody who found faith a few years ago, and I'm learning my path, okay? Anyway, Your Highness, I apologize to you too, sister. It was never my intention to hurt you, but that's why I made that public apology, because I did go out onto these channels and I made comments saying how disgusting I thought it was that you guys are garnering a following and making money off of a clearly mentally ill woman. So I do apologize for that. Okay, so now we're here. You also didn't put that and maybe you don't know because I'm not one to, whatever, who cares. I reached out to Heather on so many levels. I'm a recovered addict. Yes, I am. Proud of it too. April 7th marked my 14 years of sobriety. I am a recovered addict. I am what they call the bottom feeders to society. I am also only 2% of active addicts who seek treatment that stay recovered. I am 2%. It's a very small margin, and I'm very proud of that. And I'll never apologize for the path that God put me down. I walked through all those fires with pride. Because I know somebody's standing beside me. Yay, Lord! High five, brother. Anyway, back to this. So I actually yesterday made a comment on your channel. You put up a picture of who is this, and I read the comments, and it was going, it's King Cobra JFS. I have subscribed to Cobra for years, and all of a sudden I see now you're doing videos on him. So it's not Cobra. I don't know who that person is, but it's not Cobra. Anyway, after I seen your very nice video about me, I went into the comments, and honestly, you got some vile people following you, but I kind of understand why, and it's no disrespect to those people. You literally make your money off of the backs of women who seem troubled. And if it's not off of troubled women, it's off mentally ill men, the weaker part of society. I cannot condone that. I just can't, Steve. I'm sorry. I mean, I wish you many blessings. I will let you know that I'm CPR and WHMIS trained. So if ever I see you fall down from weakness of lack of body mass, I will perform CPR on you. I'm WHMIS trained, so because obviously I work in construction, that if any of my boys who I love and adore and I bless every day get hurt, A, it's not by my hands, and B, I will be one of the first to rush to their aid. But yeah, I noticed on your comments, someone called me gross. Sister, listen, that's okay. You can't hurt my feelings. I walk with the Lord. I don't want to walk with the devil. I have no right walking with the devil. I've already done damage to the ether. A public apology that I put out to Steve was primarily for anybody that was going to listen to this video. I am a full believer of what you put out into the universe, you receive back. And I don't want to be the one to put all this toxicity into someone's world. Viewers have mothers, fathers, grandparents, daughters, sons, grandchildren, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephew, and I don't want to be the one to pollute their world, because it's not a shitty world. There's shitty people in there, isn't there, Steve? So that was the public apology. I primarily called out Foodie Beauty. Again, myself and Foodie have a mutual friend, and back in high school, which is a long time ago. I mean, I know you were alive then, Steve, because you're what, 34, 35, 36? We share a mutual friend, and she did my friend dirty by spewing very vile information. And I don't understand why people do that. I don't, Steve. Yeah, maybe you can explain that to me. Money? Is it money? Money is the root of all evil? Anyway, so yeah, I was going after her for a little bit, and then I thought, no, man, you know what? I don't want this on me. I don't want to walk through with the remainder of my life putting really toxic shit out into the world. So I did. I called out Foodie Beauty. As you probably have trolled my channel, when she was going through the divorce thing, I threw the bitch a bone. Look, I'll house you. I don't want to see anybody suffer. And I certainly am doing this selfishly. I did a lot of bad things. I've never physically harmed people unless it was in self-defense. That's where my criminal record is, if you want to dig that up. I've got the pictures myself, my mugshots. There's 3 of them. It's all for assault. Yeah, I know this tiny little thing. I know, and it was against men. It would have figured. Anyway, forget about that. That's another day. You can dig that shit up yourself. I'm busy. But I did apologize to her. So now we're going to cut to Heather, my new friend Heather. I reached out so often to her. And you don't know this because it was personal, and it was. I'm trying to encourage her. Listen, sister, I get you. I'm homeless too. I'm working homeless. And let's not forget, I am building luxury apartment buildings primarily for immigrants, which I am. Steve, I am an immigrant. I wasn't born in Canada. I'm proudly born in Scotland. Yay, my Scottish people! You get me, right? You get me. But Canada is my home, and I am very proud to be a Canadian, and I believe that I work very hard for this country. And I adore the people. Even you, brother, you're Canadian, right? I kind of wondering, do you live like in Vancouver? I'm thinking, I don't know much about, I know nothing about you. I'm only assuming. I'm assuming you're about 34, 32. And my guess is you either live in Guelph or near Guelph or Vancouver, close to Seattle. You can correct me. That's okay. I don't mind being corrected. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. You learn shit. Anyway, let's get back to what this video is all about. I decided to do this video in my home as opposed to me walking to work or at work is how I usually do it. I want to say this because I caught this too. Because you were trying to critique me like you could critique women. That seems to be your niche, right? Oh, and the other thing, calling me an old bitch is not an insult to me. I hope that the demographic of your viewers aren't insulted because demographically, they're about the same age as I am. Probably younger, I got you. But you're not seriously calling your viewers all old bitches, are you? Because that would be as disrespectful as wasting their time. Because that's what I did catch on you, Steve. I don't do lives. I don't do lives. There's maybe one, possibly two, because I have abandonment issues. I do. I mean, it's a thing I'm trying to work on. I don't want to get into too much personal because I don't want to dog on my family, but I have abandonment issues. And I feel if I do a live and nobody shows up for those lives, it's going to evoke things that I'm trying to suppress. So I don't do lives. I wish I could. I wish I had the balls like you. So actually, I do have balls. But I wish I had the balls to be able to make money off of doing lives and critiquing women's lives and telling them what they're doing wrong and right. I wish, but sadly, it's just not in my narrative. But anyway, so back to Heather, our friend. So I sent her out a lot of messages, I didn't send her any cash apps, but I was reaching out with resources. I'm in Canada. I know she's in Chicago. So I was looking at resources in Chicago and sending her things just to help her out because I, again, have abandonment issues and I don't want anybody to feel alone if I can help it. Yes, I'm a little all over the place, as some of your viewers pointed out. That's how God made me. So if you got a problem with that, you go to him, man. Like, I will save your life, right? My health and safety, my first aid is up to date, always and forever. What I will say that kind of pissed me off is the point about the gun. This is a girl who's claiming to be violated like weekly. So yeah, get a weapon. Is it the right thing to do? I don't care. Protect yourself at all costs. At all costs. Do I think she'd blow up Xavier? I don't know. I'm still trying to get her life together. You were trying to tell me for years. I don't follow you, Steve. I don't. Oh, I'm going to put this out there because I know the people that sub to you are going to be very protective of you. And I understand that. And God bless y'all. Just like the people that sub to me are going to be very protective of me. I don't want anybody here going to Steve DeLive and sending him any hate because he called me an old bitch. Steve's opinion of me means squat. It really does. It really means squat. There's 4 people in this entire universe that actually their opinions matter. Jesus Christ, my mother and my 2 kids, everybody else get to the back of the bus. I don't care. I will do my best not to offend you, but I can't promise you anything. You telling me, a mother of 58 years old who has successfully raised 2 adult children, what I should be doing as a mother, go fucking pound salt, Steve. You've got fucking fluffy spiders on your wall that you got from a Dollar Tree. I am certainly not taking any parenting advice from you. I don't know how you raise your adult children, but look, just stop that, because that's where I'm going to cutthroat you. Anyway, there was something else I was going after. Again, I'm a very scattered person, but I try to be honest. So yeah, let's get to Heather. So for months, I was doing what I thought was the right thing as a decent human being. Instead of dogging on her and critiquing her channel, I was reaching out and trying to support her and give her advice and give her a soft spot to land, because I didn't have one until I made a YouTube channel. I'm still not going to be a reaction channel. I don't even know what kind of channel I have, Steve. I don't know. But I do know this. I don't know what you do for a living. It certainly can't be a YouTuber. You got to do more than that. I'm going to assume it's not a physical job, looking at your stature. I'm going to assume it's a kind of job, one that they would say primarily is for women. But I don't understand. Oh yeah, that lady on your comments was saying that I was gross. That's okay, sister. It's okay. You on my channel, I never block and I never delete comments. All I'm asking is if that you want to dish out nasty to me, just be prepared to receive it. That's it. I have a very foul mouth. It's part of my Scottish. It is. It's. I'm trying to rail that in a little bit. But anyway, back to you, Steve, because this is what it's all about. You. Yeah, I don't know what you do for a living, but it's certainly not a physical job. So the part where I was saying I got to go grab my ladder, my hard hat, my lunch bag, my box of mud. Everything I say is for a reason, because I don't like to waste people's time, right, Steve? The purpose of me saying that is, here's me at, August 3rd, I'll be 58. And in construction. And I'm dragging all this stuff up and down flights of stairs to do a very physical job, right, Steve? Physical jobs every single day. And I do this because I will never be homeless again. So you were asking if I'd be homeless in 20 years? I don't know. I don't know, Steve. I do. You know more than me. You know more about women than I do. So you tell me, will I be homeless in 20 years? I don't know. I don't drive. I can't afford a car. I have a really shitty phone. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment that there's no amenities in. I work really hard every single day. If there's overtime, I'm the one that volunteers. I don't live within my I live within my means. I budget all my money. So the purpose of me saying that was to let Heather know, if I can do it, you can do it. You don't have to have a physical job like me. Some people can't take it. Only 1% of women can. I believe way more. And I try to push women to just give it a little bit more, because I know how strong women are. Mentally, physically, I know how strong we are. I also know that we are the backbone to society. We juggle everything. And it kind of gets, once I was starting to watch Heather, it was getting me upset. About what she was saying. Again, let me go back to, I made a GoFundMe. These beautiful, beautiful human beings came to rescue me, the person that my own family threw out the fucking door, me. Why are these strangers coming to aid me? So, I'm sorry, I get emotional too. I'm a human being, especially when people touch my heart. Then I see Heather, who is taking advantage of these beautiful, caring individuals for being lazy. And I don't understand lazy. Again, I'm an immigrant that came to this country with nothing and worked at 9. And it made me think, you're going to put all these beautiful human beings in a position of not wanting to help people who are desperately in need of maybe finances, or just somebody, a good friend, a soft spot to land on, or a shoulder to cry on. So that's why I started going after Heather. Let me say the comment that I made about mothers phoning Amazon. No, not all mothers do that, Steve. You know who does that? Mothers that make sure that their children have everything. And we go to work every single day to be able to afford things that our children can't buy. But I don't know how you raise your adult children, Steve, especially the daughters. I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about you. All I know is after I say, oh, yeah, before I forget, because I go off track a lot, that picture that you put, I'm pretty sure it was for me. Next time, use Crypt Keeper. I don't know who that animated thing is. We don't share, well, we're kind of the same skin tone. Use Crypt Keeper. That would make me laugh. I would like that a lot. So because I don't know anything about you, Steve, I know that your following it's more than mine, but again, I'm not a YouTuber. I am truly just a blue collar worker doing everything that I can to make society just a little bit better and to make sure I'm never in Heather's position again. See, I get so off track. But yeah, so once I was seeing that she was actually going after good-natured individuals, that's when I started calling her out a little bit. Again, I looked at your channel. What I noticed on your channel is, you don't like old women, which, ladies, listen, I have a very foul mouth and I can't promise you anything. But what I will promise you is that I won't waste your time. If I say I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. I'm not going to be 15 minutes late. I'm not going to be the laughing joke at, look, I'm only 3 minutes late. I find that highly disrespectful. I also noticed that you only go after women's channels and people who are needy. I don't understand that, Steve. Maybe you can elaborate on that. The people that you make videos on are the lowest form of the common denominator. They're homeless, they're drug addicts, they've got mental issues. That's what you make your channel off of. So, to my people, go over to Steve DeLive and give him some love. Sub to him. Make comments, because he's a man, a grown-ass adult 40-year-old man who's driven on the algorithms. So go help a brother out. The people on my channel know. If you have a channel, people on Steve, if you want to come over to me, if you have a channel, if you have a craft, throw your name up there. I want to shout you out. I want you to grow your channel. I want to support you. But if you come over here and you're going to be vile, I'm never going to delete your comment. I'm going to come back at you with the same energy that you give. And I grew up on the streets. I grew up kind of hard. I can't apologize for that. It's the path my Lord gave me. I will protect my people at all costs, but I will never block you, because I do believe that your opinion and your voice matters. Even though we may disagree and I may think that you're maybe, a vile individual and you talk shit, I got to kind of just pull that back a little bit and think, well, look who they're supporting, the devil, right? Because look, I'm not going to preach. I'm not, but I will never not praise my Lord. I prayed for death, Steve, and here I am given a second chance, and I'm never going to waste a second chance. You, however, are on the opposite side of the spectrum for me. You spew hate and insults and vile, and God bless you for it. That's who you are, devil. I, however, I repent for what I've done. I've done some terrible, terrible things, and I've said terrible, terrible things. And I can't even tell you how bad I feel about what I've put out into the world for people. I know. It's how God made me. I can't apologize. So I do my best every day to repent and ask for forgiveness just for those little things. I don't want to pollute the world's population, putting any more evil into the world. I want to pull that shit back as much as I can, because George Carlin said something. You know who they assassinate? The people that want peace and love. JFK, Martin Luther King, John Lennon, etc., and so forth. That's who the devil wants to get rid of. And how do they do that? They killed them. They kill off their silence. So, Steve, I noticed that that's exactly what you were doing yesterday on the video about me. You're trying to spew hate and make sure people hate me. That's okay, my love. That's okay, my love. I welcome it. I walk with the Lord, brother. I walk with the Lord. The Lord threw out the devil, right? The Lord threw the devil out. And I welcome your challenge. I walk with the Lord, brother. I walk with the Lord. You walk the opposite track to me, my friend. Well, no, you're not my friend. My brother, you walk the opposite end of the spectrum for me. I will always, 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 always speak on my Lord. Maybe one day you'll find him too. I hope you do. It's way better over here. Anyway, I have a daughter who I don't get to see very often because I spend a lot of time with her. I'm sure you get to spend a lot of time with your adult children, Steve. And let me say this too. I apologize for the comment about the fluffy Dollar Tree spiders on your wall for your decoration. Maybe they're your children's. Maybe you put them up there for your children. So I want to apologize for that comment. And I will say this. Ladies that sub to Steve, all you old bitches, as Steve likes to refer you as, if you want to come over, I would be more than happy to have you. Again, I can't promise you anything. I don't know what to say, what to do. I don't edit, as I've said 3 or 4 times. I try to be inspirational. So I'm going to say this before I cut off because I want to see my daughter so badly. We don't spend a lot of, we talk all the time. When you get out of the shower, put a little bit of conditioner when you're in the shower, before you wash your hair. Brush your hair first, put a little bit of conditioner in your hair. Put the conditioner in your hair before you shampoo. It'll take out all the knots and tangles first, and anyway, trust me. Also, drink coconut water. It is so good for hydration. It has more electrolytes than Gatorade, Powerade, and all that crap. Plus, there's no chemicals and stuff in it. And I want you ladies to love and nurture your bodies because this respect. Also, this one's the most important. When you get out of the shower, before you apply moisturizer, even at night, do this. Because us old bitches got to stick together. Get some Vaseline at the dollar store because we're all tight for money. And put Vaseline under your eyes, because us old bitches, we're getting crow lines and stuff like that. It's from laughing and stuff and having a good life. But it locks in the moisture. So as soon as you get out of the shower, grab some Vaseline and put it around your eyes. Okay, it locks in the moisture. I am an old bitch, Steve, and every flaw that I have on my body is a war wound that I wear with pride. You at 38, 39, 40 years, I don't know anything about you, Steve. You don't really have a very good sense of humor. That I know. What I will say to you before I go, because I am desperately dying to see my daughter, is this Friday I am getting a P.O. box. And as you've seen, I've got a hard hat. I talk about my hard hat. Am I bragging about my job to that lady? Absolutely I am. I am so, so, so proud to represent my old bitches. That we can do anything. Is it a bragging thing? No, it's pride. Don't get them confused, my sister. It is pride. I almost died. And to be able to, against my doctor's wishes too, that I get to do this job. Not only do I get to do this job, but if you were to talk to the grown-ass men that I work with, I am highly respected. I earned that. That wasn't me walking on with my boobs hanging out, my ass in a bad attitude. I have worked for my reputation. They know I'm foul. They get it. I don't go to work all dolled up. What you see is what you get. I'm not there to impress anybody. I'm there to do a job, and I take that job super fucking seriously. Again, I do drywall. Right, Steve? I know. It's okay, brother. I still love you. When I got sick, I lost a lot of weight, and I'm 5'3", 110, 12, 15 pounds, whatever. And I don't know if you know this, Steve, but the boxes of mud that I play with are 55 pounds. 55 pounds. That's your body weight, Steve. 2 of those boxes are your body weight. So, yeah, I'll arm wrestle you any day, brother, for the title of Who's a Bitch. I'm sorry if that's disrespectful, but listen, I can't completely suppress my sense of humor. It's dry. I get it. So anyway, back to the P.O. box. So Friday, I'm getting a P.O. box. And what I'm planning on doing is cleaning off my hard hat that I adore. It's my equipment as my steel toe work boots. What I'm going to do is get a P.O. box. And what I would love more than anything is for you beautiful people to send me stickers from your province, from your city, from your state, with a catch. If you want front row seat, I'm going to ask for a donation. And what I'm going to do is give it a couple of months. This is July, August. We'll do it until October. And then any donation that is brought in for the hard hat placement of your country, your state, your province, the money, the proceeds will go to an animal shelter in my city. Why? Because I live in Ontario and we have some brutal winters, and I want to supply my Humane Society with blankets, with food, with toys, for the pets that are going to be dropped off from evil people, abused from evil people. Because what you don't know about me, Steve, is I am a foster parent. I can't right now because I live in a small 1-bedroom apartment, but I take in abused animals. I don't care what they are. A pigeon, I've had a skunk, I've had snakes, I have lots and lots of cats. I haven't had a dog because I don't have the capacity, but I do donate to the animal shelter. Also, if you go onto my Facebook page, I try and find homes for animals. All the animals that I had 5 cats. Yeah, I'm that crazy old bitch cat lady, proudly. Every single one of my cats was grotesquely abused, absolutely grotesquely, probably by devils, right? It has to be, because God's children don't do that to animals. Animals, old people, and children, off the cuff. Nope, absolutely not. Won't tolerate it. I am that crazy old bitch who, again, was, ignored and abused and neglected as a child. I don't tolerate bullies. I don't. I never turn a blind eye to something that I don't believe is right. Thusly, me going after reaction channels, going after a mentally ill woman. If the old bitches on your channel, if you have a daughter, granddaughter, grandson, whoever is important in your life, and I seen something going wrong with them, I certainly will stop and jeopardize my life. Absolutely, 100%. That's what God's children do. So even if you don't like me, that's okay. I'm going to bless you tonight with my prayer. I mean no ill will to anybody. It hurts my heart incessantly that I may offend you. I can't promise that I won't, especially if you're doing harm to somebody or something. I try to get on Heather in a parody sort of way. I know that it really, threw a match under your small balls about me calling out your name wrong. I don't know you, Steve. I've never watched your channel. I don't know. I'm not a supporter of the devil. I don't do demon shit, man. I don't. I've done that before. I just don't do it. Anyway, to you who are over here on my channel from Steve, God bless you. Thank you. You are a blessing to me. You're a blessing to the world. Don't let any... Look at her. This is... Hi, sweet baby. I love you so much. Here's the thing, Steve. I don't know if you have this. I'm pretty sure you don't. There's a video. It's on my channel. You can go to that. I walk to work every single day, and I walk home. And I cut through a local park that we have, and I feed the animals all the time. Not every day, because sometimes, I'm busy. Unlike you, who are, no, sorry, you are very busy. I can tell. I feed the animals, and they come right to me. They come right to me. I'm a high vibrational person. Animals trust me. That makes me know for sure that I walk with the Lord. Right, Clover? There's a cat that we have named Lila. So I had 5 cats. My older sister Louise has Pom Pom. My daughter has October and Lila. Lila was probably the saddest case of abused animals I've ever seen, ever. It's fucking disgusting. Honestly, this is where the real rampage street person comes out. If I knew who did that to that sweet little baby, I'd pull his fucking spleen out of his back and shove it back down his fucking throat. This little girl here, Clover, was this big when there was a Facebook post about, will somebody take her? I was already overloaded and a single mother on a very tight budget. Drop her off. Pippi, who is my favorite. Yeah, mothers have favorites. I know, it's crazy, right? She was even tinier, and some asshole fucking piece of shit devil threw these 2 beautiful little babies in a dumpster, in a fucking dumpster, where the truck comes and compacts them. And luckily, I walked my daughter to school every day, and I picked her up, took her home for lunch, and walked her back to school. And then I picked her up after school and made sure her supper was hot, fresh, and ready as soon as she walked in the door. That's what the fuck I was talking about, Steve, as a mother. But you, bitch, you know all about that because you're oh, sorry, I'm going off the rails again. It's part of my personality. That's what us mothers do, right? So anyway, the janitor, God bless him, jumped into the garbage and took these 2 kittens out and placed them on the ground. And all these kids were hanging around. And then the bell rang and the kittens were left there. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I stuck these 2 kittens in my coat and I took them home. And that was 9 years ago. And I've still got Pippi. I did find another home for the other kitten, thankfully. So yeah, I'm a little protective of everything, every fucking thing, and including your audience. So let me wrap this up because I am dying to see my daughter. We're going shopping. We're going to walk around the park. We're going to go to the market because we support our local farmers and our local shop owners. I don't really like to do Walmart and shit like that. They're the devil. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Be kinder to your audience. Be respectful of their time, okay, Steve? Because that's what I noticed. That you do a lot of lives because you garner money off of them. My channel's monetized. I never turn that shit on. And I have AdSense. I know nothing about it. When you say that you're going to be there, don't be 15 minutes late. That is fucking disrespectful, man. These are old bitches. We're going to die soon. Remember, Steve? We're going to die soon. Be respectful of those old bitches' time. It's just fucking disrespectful. And I don't like disrespect. I just don't. It's part of my narrative. Anyway, I'm going to go call my beautiful, well-educated, smart, perfect example to society daughter that I sacrificed to raise. Just like you, Steve. You sacrificed to raise your adult daughters. Don't speak on women, okay, brother? Listen, you're a dude. Like I told Dylan Mulvaney, your chromosomes say that you are a male. Don't ask past society. Don't try and trick society, okay? I don't fucking go for that shit. Hey, you wear a dress, wear lipstick. That's on you, brother. I don't care about that. What I care about is you trying to fucking fog over society and make smart people dumb. or pretend that they have to suppress their emotions, their feelings, and what they know is right from wrong just to appease your fucking deluded sense of reality. It's just not me, man. It's just fucking not me, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So anyway, I said that I'd put this video up on Monday. Sadly, I'm not going to. I do shit on my own time. Just like you, Steve. Just like you. Have no respect for your audience. So again, I'm going to go see my beautiful daughter. We're going to go support some local farmers. Please, 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 I'm asking you, don't worry about commenting. Don't worry about subbing. Don't worry about any of that shit. It's okay. I'm not here for any of that. I just want love and support. Please love and support people who are in need. Be kind. You never know who's a fucking string away from taking it all off. Just be